law of attraction is basically about whatever you feel is what you attract. I just want to narrate a small story. So there was this person who was feeling very miserable, very poor, absolutely leading a miserable life. So he prays to God, "Oh God, why did you make my life so miserable? Why did you make me so poor? I myself am facing all the sufferings in the world." Then God answers, "Oh, you think that is suffering? You think that is misery? You think that is sorrow or poverty? Now let me show you how wonderful I am. Now you see my poverty. Now you see misery. Now you see lack." And he gives even more of poverty, even more of misery, even more of this thing for him to see. Right? Similarly, there is another person who's very happy with what he has. And he says, he thanks God, "Oh God, thank you very much for your abundance. Thank you very much for making everything work for me. I really appreciate your generosity." So immediately God answers, "Oh, you see that generosity? You call that abundance? Now you see how much I'm going to make you feel abundant, how much I'm going to make you feel generous." So he bestows all the riches, all the happiness on that person. Right? So what does it mean? It's basically whatever you feel is what you attract. And that is why they call that, right, the law of abundance. The law of abundance is basically anything that you are thankful for multiplies. Anything that you feel you don't have, you keep on thinking about it, only that's what keeps coming. Right? If you want to manifest a wonderful job, you want to manifest a wonderful house, a wonderful travel. So the idea is you experience that, you feel that happening and feel thankful for. So that's what the secret, that's an addition to that secret, right? You feel that. You feel as if you landed in that perfect job, as if you landed in that perfect vacation, right? You feel that and then leave it, that's all. Again, you don't get attached to the outcome and then it'll manifest. That is the law of attraction. It's more a law of manifestation. How do you do it, right? So in fact, for me, gratitude has worked a lot, right? What happens every time salary gets deposited in your account? What happens in your cell phone? Message, yeah. So every time I see a message, I'm feeling thankful. I feel thankful, right? Thank you for the salary. Every time I get my electricity bill, it is lesser than last time, I'm feeling thankful. Even if it is more, I'm thankful that it is not even more, right? So you'll have to be, again, another key point with gratefulness, you'll always have failures, right? Failures also need to be thankful. So you lose an interview, you don't get a job in an interview, just fine, thank you. Maybe there's something better is in store for you. So always feeling thankful for whatever is the situation is one technique, one way for us to get what we want. So there are some common gratitude exercises anybody can follow, right? The first one is this 5-finger gratitude exercise. So basically every day you have to be thankful for 5 things, right? You're thankful to someone, thankful for the food that you had, thankful that you had water today to take bath, so thankful for the power. So you can take anything, any 5 things a day. At the end of the day, 5 things you need to be thankful for. So a lot of people ask, in fact there is a 10-finger gratitude exercise also. So a lot of people ask, 5 things, what can I be thankful for? So you have to be thankful for every minute thing, right? First thing is thankful that you woke up in the morning. Thankful for not losing power. Thankful for the wonderful coffee. Thankful for the wonderful breakfast, right? Thankful for someone you could share your experience. Thankful for what you want to talk, right? Thankful for reaching your office or somewhere on time. So every time you're thankful for, let's go. So this is a 5-finger exercise. You can do anything. The idea is for you to be appreciative of everything minutely, right? It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, it could be a situation, whatever it is. Just like I said, if someone is sick, oh thank God he's not too sick, right? So at least he got some medicine, he's okay. And then if there is an accident, thank God it was not bad, right? So everything, all those. So 5-finger exercise at the end of the day, please do practice 5-finger exercise with one exercise. The second exercise is gratitude stones. So there are a lot of these stones. You can take any stone. You can have something to remind you of gratitude, right? So you can have it in your living room, in your bedroom, in your kitchen, right? Or in your office table. So something to remind you that you are grateful for. So anytime you look at it, you are grateful for something at that particular moment, right? So great gratitude stones could be anything. Could be you can have a ring or whatever or something. So anytime that you touch it, you remember that you need to be thankful for, right? So that is a gratitude stones. That the idea is every moment you feel thankful for throughout the day, not just at the end of the day. So gratitude stone, they also say you can keep it in your pocket. Every time you touch it, you'll feel gratitude. But for us, every time we feel, what do we feel in our pocket? Mobile phone, right? So every time you touch the mobile phone, feel grateful. Or at least have a cover that says, I'm thankful, right? So this is another exercise, gratitude jar. You can take any jar. So any jar, at the end of the day, someone writes a small chit and then says, they put the chit in the jar, whatever they are thankful for. So the last thing I want to highlight is seva. So seva is the highest form of expressing gratitude, right? Seva is selfless service, right? So seva could be any form. So seva could be anything, anywhere you do something without expectation of an outcome also is an expression of gratitude.